Tulsi Gabbard ends Hillary Clinton. That's why they don't want to give Trump his appointment. Welcome to John Mike Keene. Here's Michael Schellenberger on The Real Intel.
This is a unique window of opportunity to clean up our corrupt IC, and Gabbard is the person for the job. Coinciding with their failures abroad, security and intelligence agencies repurpose tools designed to protect Americans, turning them inward against perceived domestic enemies. Trump's second term might not only interrupt this weaponization of government, it might also be an opportunity for major investigations. Gabbard and others could have the opportunity to declassify and unredact evidence of key IC activities, including illegal surveillance and disinformation campaigns.
IC stands for Intelligence Community. And I just want to point back to the previous video I did on The View, where they're saying they're terrified that Trump is trying to wipe out all DEI and remove women. And here's a minority woman, Tulsi Gabbard, that the Democrats and The View are actively trying to keep out of office. Why do they hate minority women suddenly in DEI?
It makes sense that Brennan and others that are former officials would strongly oppose someone who may have the power and motivation to expose the IC's past misdeeds. Over the course of the last 8 years, we have seen the intelligence community repeatedly abuse its powers. During Trump's first campaign for president, the CIA under Brennan had foreign allies illegally spy on Trump's advisors, possibly to justify the FBI's Russia collusion investigation. In 2017, then DNI James Clapper published an intelligence community assessment which declared Russia had interfered in the 2016 presidential election to benefit Trump and hurt Hillary Clinton. In reality, Brennan's hand-picked analysts cooked the intelligence by burying the evidence which showed that Putin actually favored Clinton, who he viewed as more stable than Trump.
Putin did actually want Clinton. And that's the big exposure. We're going to get the truth if Tulsi Gabbard gets in that intelligence community job. That's what they're afraid of, is being transparent of all the things they've been doing against the American people.
In 2020, the FBI interfered in the election by spreading disinformation and urging censorship by Twitter and Facebook of the Hunter Biden laptop. It pressured social media companies to suppress the New York Post story about the laptop and reportedly led officials to believe the laptop was disinformation. The FBI had in fact verified the laptop's authenticity in November 2019 and concluded that it had not been manipulated, according to a whistleblower. The FBI maintained constant communication with Twitter to flag posts as misinformation, and the FBI appears to have manipulated data, engaged in entrapment, mishandled evidence, and retaliated against whistleblowers. Just days before the 2020 election, 51 former U.S. intelligence officials signed a letter claiming that the laptop story had all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. Since then, evidence has emerged showing that some signatories had active contracts with the CIA at the time, and senior CIA officials, including then Director Gina Haspel, were aware of the statement before it was published.
They knew it was false. They knew that those 54 intelligence agents that Biden said during the debate confirmed that Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. That's the kind of garbage work they were doing that Tulsi Gabbard is going to end.
And in 2021, multiple former CIA analysts and a board member of the CIA's venture capital firm tried to take control of Twitter's content moderation. Former members of the intelligence community have been involved in multiple, supposedly independent groups advocating for greater online censorship. All of these abuses of power must be investigated, and it may be now or never that we get the opportunity through some of Trump's more unconventional nominees, including Gabbard.
It takes an unconventional nominee because Trump's values are different. That's what we're promoting when we promote Tulsi Gabbard. She's going to be the hardest one for Trump to get through, even harder than RFK Jr.
In the specific case of the Times, it's notable that its reporters have frequently argued for authoritarian censorship efforts in the name of fighting misinformation. Specifically, Stephen Lee Myers, one of the reporters on the paper's hit piece against Gabbard, has written multiple articles defending Kate Starbird, Renee DiResta, and others who oversaw mass censorship at the behest of the Department of Homeland Security. Gabbard could bring transparency to an institution that has spent the last 2 decades abusing its powers.
And the mainstream media is still doing its full-time work against Gabbard. Some of them were on the payroll to promote Biden and to take Trump down. That's what they're afraid of being exposed. We have to go out on social media and tell our congressmen, tell our people, vote for approving Tulsi Gabbard. I'm John Mike Keene.